Welcome to this video on my Arduino Mega2560 with some electronics in a circuit, and you may recognize a button, some wiring, a transistor, an NPN transistor, an inductor and a diode. Reason for this setup is that I want to see if I get some nice inductive results going, and I'm curious if this setup will make it happen. And the best thing I can describe it is with something that you experience with an inductor. If you put something of metal in it, then you may experience that it goes away. With alternating current it goes back and forth, but how about DC? Direct current. So initially I had a very different circuit, then I thought maybe I read about it, and then they came up with a very different idea. And because of the nature of everything, I had to come up with this circuit with a protective diode, otherwise I can badly damage circuits. Also with a button to prevent this Arduino from being damaged. If this works like I hope it does, then it may be a nice experiment, and otherwise it's an experiment as well, but maybe not as I intend. And with all my experiments, thoughts are one thing, results are another, and I go forth as they come. So for now, what I have to do is not yet wire up, because this is not yet connected. I need to write some code and show some schematics, etc. And also a simulation. Hopefully that will work. So let's go forward and see how things will work or not. Alright, start with one thing. This is new code. I have defined an input which I'm not using yet. I have defined an output which I will use. Then serial baud rate which I will use. Input and output definition. I will write a pulse modulated signal to the circuit and with a delay of 1 second. Is that wise? I don't know. I could just kill it and see whatever happens. Sounds like a good idea, by the way. Then what I also have done for now is, let me lock the camera, taken out this wire. Why? Well, simply put, there's still another program running in the on the Arduino, and when I power it up, it starts right away. I don't want that. I want my new program first uploaded, so that is why I have taken out that wire from pin 2. Then, other thing. How are things going? Well, first of all, schematics. Easy to throw away all the schematics. Well, the old one still exists. I just started a new one, S2, Series 2. and from port 2, which is pulse width modulation, that is the nature of the port, switch PNP, no, NPN, NPN is this, which it should be, and then a Q for, well, transistor. Why they use Q for it, I don't know. Connected to ground. Then inductor parallel with diode for EMF, for backlash. If you put some current on it, on this one, and you interrupt the current, then you take away the source, the magnetic field which has built up unleashes the energy and may give a very big voltage back, much higher than what came with it. And that is the reason that you have to have a protective diode, so you don't ruin things. That is one thing. Then simulation. This is in simulation. Block wave. Why block wave? Well, pulse width modulation is a block wave. Don't mind this, by the way. So clock, which feeds the timing for the block wave, goes into a switch, and then through the NPN transistor, which is connected to ground, and the other way through the inductor diode to a constant voltage. There is a problem. Problem is, I am not exactly sure what the properties of this transistor are, and I do not know the exact properties of this diode, let alone this inductor. Is that important? Yes, because an inductor has a capacity, or more, not a capacity, but inductance expressed in Henry, and I do not know what the amount of Henry is of the inductor that I use. Anyway, let me try to run this. It may end up in error. Oh, right, syntax error. Very nice. Not nice at all. This should be working. It gives it power, and according to the schematics where I took this from, it has to connect to power. So, should I then take another constant voltage? I am not quite sure. This is the clock you will recognize. This is the block wave generator, which you recognize, and everything connects fine. These two should be parallel, and both are connected to some voltage. Let me take a look here. And unfortunately I can't tell what to do, but okay, it doesn't work this way, so let's just don't waste time with this one. I will connect the wire to the Arduino and then see whatever happens. Alright, now I have connected an oscilloscope, and you can see that this wire, which is connected to the blue probe, which is this line, gives 5 volt voltage. The other one doesn't do anything yet. So first thing that I'm going to do is, and I have to select the board yet, this one, that one's correct, and now this one is correct, and then say upload. So a very little piece of code. What does it do? That's the good question. So putting the wire in, and I should put it in the correct one, this one. But now alright, now we can see it. Then it helps if I put the serial monitor on, although, yeah, what does it do? Actually nothing yet. Also the wrong baud rate. This is better. And yeah, it doesn't do anything because there's no screen to print, nothing to print yet. So let's see whatever happens when I press the button. Actually, absolutely nothing happens. Okay, that means that I should actually put something here, which is an LED and a diode to make sure that there actually is something happening, because the diode could be non-functioning, the transistor, which means that the transistor will go here, and that is going to be a bit of a problem right now, but let's just put it here. And this diode should go somewhere here. If it, excuse my voice, and I better take another LED which is easier to handle. Which is this one. So this is one thing, and it looks like it's not doing anything at all. So yeah, I need some rethinking on the connection, I'm afraid. Maybe another diode, LED, I'm talking about LEDs, and it's doing nothing. So I might have to replace this transistor. Ouch, I didn't think of that one. Alright, so another LED which is more easy to handle, and then let's push the button. Now this is clearly working, but what is happening with the signals. I'm not quite sure of that. Because I want to see a nice signal, pulse modulation signal, which it is. And with this interrupted stuff, I can be quite sure that the inductor is not getting a nice load. Although there are some signals, there is a signal. But is it doing what I am expecting it to do? That is a very good one. And right now I have my doubts, because this line is clearly, this signal is clearly from the mains and not from here. So how to make sure that that actually is working? And at this moment I can't say. So what I should do, take another LED, and put it in between this wire and the transistor. So this one goes here, be careful with this wire, which goes right here, or at least supposed to. A little bit of twisting the wire. Alright, so now let's see with... Okay, that's not doing a thing. Turn it around. Yeah. So now I am quite sure that there is signal coming to the circuit, but not the way I had in mind at all. I keep pressing it. Oh, and now look at the signal, the blue signal here. Also not very good. Let me use a different way of connecting. On the go. So this one goes in here, and this wire will go in here. So what will be the result? So far not much, unfortunately. This is a clear oops. Not what I had in mind at all. So how to proceed? Then another question is, what is the output? Is it, oh, I skipped a step. I have now declared the pulse modulation output for port 2. I should make it port 2 or pin 2, whatever. Keeping things clear, which is 128, because is it indeed 2 to the power 8 bits, or 2 to the power 7 bits? It may be 2 to the power 7. So let me not declared in this scope, really? Yeah, really. Go. Alright. So I also put in the schematics the second LED now. Everything is up to date. Question: will this answer everything? Ah, look at this. Which means that I also have to put this to pulse. And now I have some solid pulses modulation. But question is this actually feeding the inductor? And I'm afraid it does not. Because if it would, I would have gotten the same signal here. Although right now, if you look at this signal, this is pulses modulation, influenced by pulses modulation. And that is new. See, this is just the voltage, and this is influenced by the pulse modulation. So this may actually give something, but what's the backlash? I don't see a backlash, and I probably measure it in the wrong way. But I'm coming somewhere, and indeed it had to be 2 to the power 7. And let me make this more clear. 7 bits. So 2 to the power 7 is 128. However, it's not the way I like it yet. So, an experiment that has just begun and has not finished yet. So, this is working, and again on the oscilloscope I can see the pulse width modulated influencing the voltage. But does this work? Does this indeed give this inductor the working that it should have? I can't say anyway. So for now, thanks for watching. If you like this video, then please subscribe to my channel. Give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment or suggestion. You can support by making a small donation via PayPal or Wyatt. You can follow me via Instagram and Twitter. And you can also become a patron and have your name mentioned. For now, thanks for watching. All information, by the way, including my website with much more, under this video. This is going to be continued. Once again, thanks for watching, and